ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय शांति शांति शांति।
Wish you all a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The stage is all set to unfold a celebration of vision, a starburst of colors, joys, and splendor. Good evening to one and all present here, the dignitaries, invited guests, media, parents, and my very dear children, the flowers and the bouquet of Bahrain Indian School. We, the Bahrain Indian School fraternity, welcome our honorable guests and all present here. It is a day full of exhilaration as we celebrate our first annual day. I feel honored to have this privilege to address the welcome note to this august gathering. We are very blessed to have the presence of Ma'am Shaima, our chief guest of the day. Thank you, ma'am, for making it possible, because we know that Ministry of Education keep you so tight and occupied, yet you could make it this evening, and we are very much obliged for that. I would request Verma sir and Ma'am Verma, the directors, to escort Ma'am Shaima to the dais so that we can welcome her with the flowers and bouquet and present a small memento, a token of love from Bahrain Indian School. We also have the wonderful presence of the second secretary, our guest of honor, Mr. Anand Prakash, and I request our another director, Mr. Suraj, who has come all the way from Abu Dhabi to be a witness to this annual function, to be on the dais, and we welcome them with a flower and a bouquet. Ma'am Shaima, who is the head of the Evaluation and Development of Private Education Directorate, Ministry of Education. We welcome you, ma'am, to this very first annual day, and we feel blessed to have your presence. There's a small token of love, a memento for you. Thank you for accepting it. We are equally delighted to have the presence of Mr. Anand Prakash, Second Secretary to Indian Embassy. I request Suraj sir kindly to welcome him with a bouquet, and here is a memento presented by Mr. Verma. Thank you, Verma sir. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Suraj Ramachandran. We are delighted to offer a rapturous welcome to Mr. Suraj Ramachandran, Director, Bhavan School, Middle East. With your inherent special capabilities, you lead and guide us, and today you became the reason for the artistic exhibition of talent of BIS fraternity. Thank you so much, sir, for coming all the way from Abu Dhabi, and as and when we need, you are always there. Thank you for your support. We also acknowledge the presence of Mr. and Mrs. Verma out here, who are the local directors and always at our beck and call and always there as a beacon of light and support to make sure that we go in the right direction. May I request the welcome committee for the bouquet for Mr. Verma and Mrs. Verma. In the land of Bahrain, getting flowers in the desert itself is an achievement, I guess. So even if it comes a little late, that's okay. Thank you all very much for being here. And the wonderful premises where Bahrain Indian School is. Mr. Abdul Nabi, how can we forget his very, very precious presence out here? And we welcome sir with a bouquet. We have Verma sir welcoming Mr. Abdul Nabi with a bouquet. In Bahrain, to get such a wonderful premises, I I would say you all would agree, dear parents. Thank you, Mr. Abdul Nabi, for always being there for us. We also have the presence of the parents of Mr. and Mrs. Verma. Thank you for being here all the way from India to attend this wonderful function. Mr. Rajendra Verma and Mrs. Vinod Verma are being welcomed with a bouquet. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for your blessings. Without your blessings, I don't think so Bahrain Indian School would prosper. Thank you, ma'am, sir, for being here. Education is a shared commitment between dedicated teachers, motivated students, and enthusiastic parents with high expectations. We welcome you all, very dear parents, because you are our partners in this venture of man-making. Without you, without your critical one, without your support, without your encouragement, we wouldn't have been what we are in the very second year of Bahrain Indian School. Thank you very much, dear parents, for your wonderful presence out here. The only place where we feel little sorry is that we couldn't offer you more passes, where a lot of parents were enthusiastic, but I can see that some of them must be watching the live streaming of the program. Once again, we welcome this August gathering and wish that today's events remain etched in your memory. How swiftly and unnoticed time flies. One more year added to the glorious saga of Bhavan's Bahrain Indian School. Just in its second year, BIS has carved a niche for itself in providing education involving head, hand, and heart. I take this opportunity to present a report on the school happening for the academic year 2015-16. Keeping pace with the fast-changing world, where today's latest becomes obsolete the next day, we prepare our kids for divergent thinking. Yesterday's solution to today's problems would not suffice. The youth of today need to be readied for the global stage, a generation of young people who are thinkers, inquirers, articulate, and confident to take to the world stage and compete with the best in the world. We know we have to work very hard but BIS is raring to go. The happenings at Bhavan's Bahrain Indian School during the current year reflect on this resolve. Dear parents, I take this opportunity to present a brief of the activities and events that have taken place in Bahrain Indian School. Starting with the pre-primary, colors speak 1,000 emotions. Pre-primary started school by observing Rainbow Week. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. The color of their happiness spread all around. Soon after that, the school was in action with inter-house spell bee contest. All the 4 houses, gladiators, Spartans, Vikings, and warriors fought tooth and nail to open their account in the very first event. The Go Green slogan, in letter and spirit, made the day meaningful. The motto, reduce, reuse, and recycle, reverberated through the school precincts. We do not inherit earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. Dignity of labor was the message. Helping children value every profession and appreciating every work was the aim behind celebrating the Labor Day. I am sure the lesson was well learned by the Bhavanites. For pre-primary, it was inculcating etiquettes and mannerism. The confidence building through show and tell, the storytelling goes on regular basis. Not to forget the finer motor skills development taking place through clay modeling. We at BIS prepare the future leaders. How system provides a platform where such leadership takes shape. The mini leaders of houses, the gladiators, the Spartans, the Vikings, and the warriors took charge. The team spirit and discipline is learnt well with such house systems. School keeps the children occupied with mental gymnastics. Math quiz was one such competition where all the mathematics wizards came forward to prove their mettle. No wonder India is known for giving legendary mathematicians to the world. Could there be a better way to tell a story than using puppets? June witnessed puppet show, vegetable day, color day, healthy versus unhealthy food habits where children enjoyed making fruit salad and eating it too. Finally, the fancy dress competition and beating the heat in the splash pool. It was splash, splash all the way. We need to leave a better planet for our kids. Keeping our environment clean is our utmost responsibility. The street play by senior students to celebrate the world environment definitely brought higher level of awareness in the children. It was a special day at BIS when cricket world champions were in the school. It was altogether a different experience meeting and interacting with the visually challenged cricketers, the champions. The nation is proud of it. What an inspiration to the world and to the young kids. We grew up listening to grandma's stories. Storytelling is an art. It teaches us subtle messages of life, confidence building. Activities like poem recitation and storytelling are part of BIS curriculum. Physical fitness along with mental agility was witnessed when World Yoga Day was celebrated. Yoga is India's gift to the world and it is incorporated into our curriculum. It was time for fun with treasure hunt for the tiny tots. With the introduction of concept room and motor skills lab, pre-primary university, I like to call it that way, of BIS distinguished itself from the rest. Artistic work was at play, keeping the heart healthy by saying no to junk food is what our little ones taught us. Guru Devo Bhava, our children made the day special for us by celebrating Teachers' Day. The love and affection is always overwhelming. Such are the rewards which the teachers cherish. Hindi Divas was celebrated with great pomp and show. Tribute to our national language was paid by organizing various events like handwriting competition, inter-house skit competition, singing competition, and many, many more. Our monthly newsletter, Bhavanotsav, chronicles all events and happenings of the school. The annual magazine Bhavanotsav also provides an apt forum to the students for displaying their creativity and talent. The importance of nature walks and family bonds is a necessity, especially when children grow in a nuclear family and away from natural environment. The fitness and motor skills activities kept the tiny tots busy throughout the month of October. Celebrating our heroes, the father of the nation, is a way of keeping our kids rooted to our culture. His life was his message. How fortunate we are to be born on such a land where we had such heroes. Once again, the senior storytellers of BIS and the debaters kept the audience hooked. Argument is an exchange of ignorance, whereas discussion is an exchange of brilliance. Our young Bhavanites know this very well. The topic, whether money counts or talent, was dealt so well by the senior students. The accolades and rewards, of course, are looked up to by the kids. Their efforts and hard work bore fruition. Reaping the harvest of their labor resulted into the culmination of our first semester. Fun and entertainment, celebrations all the way. Clown in the school, sweets and cakes, dancing and partying. Diya making, thali decoration and inter-house rangoli competition were the highlights of Diwali celebration. The fun and frolic brought the memories of the homeland alive. If children celebrated Teachers' Day, could teachers be left far behind? They danced, they acted. The educators' team left no stone unturned to ensure smile on each child's face. The fancy dress show by the students was icing on the cake. The annual sports meet is an event most looked forward to. Children marched to the drum beats, ran and jumped, and they have been very, very positive. I once again welcome all the very dear parents, the dignitaries, the ministry people who have come all the way from India. A lot of people are there just to witness their grandchild here. Thank you all for being here, and I know you don't want me to take the stage more because you're wanting to see your kids performing, so I don't want to be between you and the kids. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. Thank you, dear parents. Thank you so much.